A recent report has just come out that, WWE, they're starting to reevaluate their positioning for Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 41. So if you obviously don't know, Drew McIntyre has qualified for the Elimination Chamber match. However, I think everybody with a working, functioning brain knows that Drew McIntyre is probably not winning that match. It's probably going to go to either Cena or Punk. So then that begs the question, what do you do with Drew McIntyre for WrestleMania 41? In my opinion, had the best 2024 out of anybody on that current roster. He was the MVP of 2024. So how do you sort of reward Drew McIntyre for his 2024 at WrestleMania 41? So the current plan was for Drew McIntyre to have some sort of involvement against Damian Priest. Now, I've said before, I'm not really high on, a Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre match because number one, we've seen this before. We've seen this, coming out of last year's Mania. We've seen this at Clash at the Castle. We saw it when Priest was a heel and McIntyre was a semi-babyface in his home country. So it's like we've seen this before, so we don't really have to rehash this once again. And as far as doing anything, it really wouldn't benefit anybody in this scenario because McIntyre, in my opinion, and this is not to take anything away from Priest, but McIntyre is above this match. You know what I mean? He should be contending for the world title or, going against Roman Reigns or something like that. So apparently the plan now is that, WWE is going to reevaluate their plans for Drew McIntyre heading into WrestleMania 41, which I think is fantastic because, like I said before, Drew McIntyre is literally, a heavy hitter, especially now on that SmackDown roster. So you're going to have to come up with something better than Damian Priest. Now, if I had the pen, if I had the power to actually put Drew McIntyre in his WrestleMania 41 match, I would consider two opponents. Granted, these two opponents, it's kind of far-fetched, especially one. So the first one, I would go against Roman Reigns because obviously Drew McIntyre, earlier in the year was making a big fuss about how he's going to take out Roman Reigns, how he's going to take out, every member of the original bloodline. Ever since he lost to Jay on that premiere Netflix episode, it's almost like we've gotten away from that and we've kind of just ignored that because Drew McIntyre is now on SmackDown and he's trying to start over on SmackDown. So I feel like if you want to plug in Drew McIntyre against Roman Reigns, I feel like that would be the best option for McIntyre. And to have McIntyre go over Roman Reigns and have him avenge his loss from Clash at the Castle, 3 years ago. Or another scenario I would love is to see Cena against McIntyre at WrestleMania. Now, like I said, this is probably the far-fetched idea. I don't really think they're gonna, do Cena and McIntyre at WrestleMania. Now, they are gonna do Cena and McIntyre. I'm entirely convinced that they're gonna do that match, but not as soon as WrestleMania. I'm sure they're gonna do it later on in the year, possibly around SummerSlam time, if not around, the late stages of 2025. But this is another option that I would consider because we've never seen Cena against McIntyre before, especially in a long-term program. So let me know what you guys think down below. Where would you put Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 41? What would you have him do at WrestleMania 41? And until next time, y'all, take care and have a good one.